join me to make a lovely bracelet, earrings and necklace to get ready for spring. Hi, it's Julie from Spellbound, and I just want to show you a few simple ideas for using these wonderful new little flower charms we've just had in stock. They come in a wonderful range of spring colours, and as you can see, there's a little gold bead in the centre. Then you've got the flower trumpet, a lovely sort of olive coloured leaf, and the loop at the top. So it makes it ideal for linking designs. I've also got a little bit of chain. I've got some 4mm jump rings, some clasps, some eye pins and a pair of ear wires. And I'm going to make a necklace, bracelet and earrings. I'm going to start with the earrings. I've chosen 3 of the flower colours and I've got 2 of each, so I've got 1 of each colour for each earring. Now obviously they make an absolutely charming earring all on their own. You can just link the ear fitting straight onto the flower, but I would like to show you something a little bit more fancy. So I'm going to use a little bit of chain to join them together. Now I want 12 links of this particular chain, so I'm going to use the eye pin to help me get the 2 lengths of chain, 1 for each earring, correct. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I want to cut that link there. So I can just get my wire cutters in now and trim, and that's cut that link. So I've now got 12 links of chain, and the easiest way to do a second one is to thread the end of the chain onto the pin, and then I can compare the 2 up. Now ideally I'd hold them up in the air, but then you wouldn't be able to see, so I'm just going to do them on the counter. That's the link I need to cut. Oops, now I've got 2 chains exactly the same length. Move that out of the way. Now I need 2 pairs of pliers because I'm going to start opening and closing jump rings. And as we've always done before, the break in the jump ring is at the top. We use 2 pairs of pliers at right angles to twist the jump ring open. Onto the end of the chain I'm going to have the topaz flower at the bottom and twist shut. Now I want the next one to go 3 links up, so twist open the jump ring. So 1, 2, 3 through the jump ring, and I think we'll have pink next. So now we've got 2 on a chain. You could stop there if you wanted to, but I'm going to add a 3rd. Twist the jump ring open, 3 links up again, so that's where we started. 1, 2, 3. And I now just need my ear fitting. Twist open the loop. Let's join the top link of the chain on. Oops. Let's find it. Often the easiest bit is the most awkward to show. There we go. Link that on. And there's my dingle dangle earring. And in true demonstrator style, here's one I made earlier. So I've now got a pair of Lovely little flower earrings, really elegant. Now I've used a particular chain that we have in stock. If you've got a chain with large enough links, you'll be able to do exactly the same. Now I've done mine 12 links long. You might want to do yours longer, you might want to do yours shorter. I'll be back in a second with the bracelet. Now you've seen how the earrings are made, I think you can guess how the bracelet is made. It's the same chain, and this time I've linked the flowers on at intervals of 11 links. Your chain might be slightly different, so you might need to space them out more. You might want to add more flowers, but I think that sort of spacing is just about right. I've made it to fit my wrist, and then I've added a lobster claw clasp and a larger jump ring on the other side to act as the fastener. So now we've got two components of our jewellery set. The third one's going to be the necklace, and we're going to do a little bit more work to make that match in with everything we've already done. So I made a little plan for my necklace. I've got 5 little flowers at the front, and I thought it'd be quite nice to pick up these colours with these clear 6mm faceted glass beads going out towards the sides. I'm also going to introduce a green bead in between each of the flowers so that I've got much more of a spring theme colour-wise going through everything. Now all of these faceted beads will need to be made into links, and to make them into links I'm going to thread each bead onto an eye pin. I'm going to trim that eye pin to about 8mm past the bead, and then I'm going to make a loop. I want to make the loop in the same plane as the loop at the other end. I'm just going to roll it and check when I've made it that that line is the same as that line, and when I turn it that way I see both loops straight through. That means that the chain will hang straight and untwisted when everything's linked together. I'm going to do the same with the trimming from the eye pin. So I'm going to put a loop on one end, so we don't want to waste that little bit of wire, and that will make the next link along the design. There we go. So I've got some links to go in between the flowers. I'm going to go away and do the links here, and then I'll be back to you. So I've prepared all my links. Each one's gone onto an eye pin or an eye pin trimming and had a loop placed at either end. Now I'm going to start the linking at the centre front, and I'm going to do the first bit of linking using jump rings. So I've got the 4mm jump rings again. I'm going to open the jump ring and start at the centre front. There's my centre front flower, and I'm going to link 2 green faceted links onto that jump ring and close. If I lay that down, you can see that's the centre front of our necklace. Right, next one. If we work out towards the right, so I'm going to open a jump ring. I'm going to add the faceted bead that would be in the next link along, then the flower, and then the next facet. And I want to make sure that the 2 flowers are dangling off the same side of the 2 adjacent jump rings. You can see that one's dangling down and this one's dangling down. If you get that wrong, you'll find that the necklace won't lie flat. So you can see that the jump ring is flat and the flower is dangling downwards. The jump ring is flat and the flower is dangling downwards. I'm going to do the same for the next one. I have opened my jump ring. My first link along the side is pink, so I've got one of those and my flower, and make sure everything's dangling down correctly. Close the jump ring. Let's check that's right. Yes, it is. So I'm going to work out to the other side, up to this pink bead, and then I'll be back to show you how I'm going to finish off the sides. I've now got my necklace centre assembled, and I want to join these links on next. However, I don't want them all jump ring, jump ring, jump ring, jump ring, because I think that will look too heavy. I just want it to be a little bit lighter, and then I want to run out with chain at the back. So I have pre-snipped some short lengths of chain to act as spacers in the gaps. So on my little bit of wire here, I have got 2 at 3 lengths, 2 at 4 lengths, 2 at 5 lengths, and 2 at 6 links. And the 3 link is going to go in there, 4 link, 5 link, 6 link. So I'm going to start with this one at the end, the short one. And instead of joining on with jump rings, which will make it very heavy metal wise, I am just going to open up the loops I've made on the pins. So there we go. Drop that on, twist it shut, pick up the next loop along, open it up, open it up a bit more, there we go, twist it shut, let's put that down, and you can see we've added the bead with a little bit of gold in between, but it's not too clumpy. So I'm going to take that third one, that 3 one off, because that's for the other side, and now I've got a 4, and that's the side that opens. So let's put that down. And you can see we're starting to space out the faceted beads. So I'm going to continue doing that side and do that side to match. I'll be back to you. So I've done all the links, and as you can see, the gaps get ever so slightly bigger as we go out towards the side, and then I've added a piece of plain chain on the end on both sides to make it up to length. All I need to do now is add the clasp, so that's just with jump rings. So I've got the main side of the clasp there, and I've got a larger jump ring already clipped onto the clasp so I don't mislay it. So I'm notorious for having a very untidy work surface. There we go. And so that's the back of the necklace finished. Now you might notice one more addition at the front. I wanted a very delicate looking necklace, and it was a little bit congested at the front, so I've added an extra link on my centre flower, just one of the same facets again, just drops it a little bit lower and gives me the effect I wanted. So I've now got the necklace, I've got the earrings, and I've got the bracelet, which I and just pop in the middle there. So that's my suite of jewellery all ready to wear. Now I just need some nice weather. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.